Welcome to the Triple P podcast. We'll explore the power of positivity and purpose towards your goals. Whether you're just looking for a seasoned athlete or just starting on your fitness journey, this podcast is for you. See, I believe that a positive mindset and a strong sense of purpose are essential to reaching your goals and living a healthy and fulfilling life. So today, we're going to talk about fighting to the finish as you work towards your goals. Hey, so my name is Sam. I'm a trainer in the Round Rock area, trainer and nutrition coach to be exact. I'm super excited you're here. Man, I hope you're having an amazing week on this amazing Monday. And today, I'm gonna give you a key strategy, 5 key strategies to finishing this year off strong. And yes, my friends, the key word, our framework is fight. Because I believe at this time of the season, it's really going to demand, if you're wanting to finish strong this year, it's going to demand you fight. It's going to demand you fight to the finish. And I'm going to go into my first letter of the framework is F. And that's going to demand that you focus. Yes, many times in the year, we're like, hey, set 5 goals and you're going to achieve them. Well, right now, when it comes down to that crunch time, if you're looking to finish strong, if you're looking to finish that goal, you're going to have to focus. And I believe when it comes to focus, you're going to have to find that one single thing where we're at in this time of the year. It's going to have to come down to that one thing. And I believe it's going to demand focus for you to finish strong. Because I realize that, especially when it comes this time of the year, there's so many distractions. There's so many people telling you what's important. But I really want you to ask yourself, what is important to me? What is that thing that maybe somebody told you it's too late. Maybe you feel like I'll just push off to next year. Well, I want to tell you, if you have focus and if you're willing to fight, you can finish strong. And that's our first key, is focusing on what you want to achieve. And not really looking at someone else's goal, but I want you to look at your goal and realize that it's possible for you to honestly accomplish it if you're willing to focus. Because I find myself wanting to finish strong. I set a goal. I was like, man, I want to finish a book. So, I realized that I'm going to have to focus on that one thing. And it's so easy to find other things to come in front of it. I'm going to be honest. I find it becoming the last thing that I work on. But I realized that if I'm going to want to finish strong, if I'm going to want to finish this book by the end of this year, I'm going to need focus. Right? And I'm going to go into my second part of the framework, the I. The I is going to be imagining the possibility, right? When it comes to finishing strong, I believe, if you don't know, I used to be a amateur mixed martial artist. And when it came to fighting, just imagining the fight was so powerful for me. I can say I'm actually undefeated, I'm undefeated. One fight. It took me one fight, and I realized, you know what? I am undefeated. It was amateur, so I'm not by any means saying that I am a professional in any way. But I realized that the focus that fighters have. And when I was in that game, it was really the biggest part of the fight was just imagining the fight. Imagining the possibilities. And the reason why I say imagining the possibilities is so important to just finishing strong and fighting to that finish is because I remember the times when it came to sparring and when it came to training for my fight. It was the moments where I imagined what I would do when they threw a right hook. Would I block it, or would I try to counter strike? Would I block the kick, or would I go for a takedown? Is when I imagined the fight. It's really where the fight started. It really set me up for the success and set me up for the opportunities that I know I was going to run into. Because I knew that when I got into the hard times of that fight, when I got tired, when I maybe got taken down, what I was going to do, because I already visualized and imagined the possibilities. Many times we're talking about imagine yourself succeeding, but I want to imagine the hard times. Maybe you're sitting at this time in this year and you're being told that it's too late. Just push it off to next year. Or maybe somebody told you to give up. But today I want you to imagine the possibilities, because now that you focused on that one thing that you want to accomplish, I want you to imagine the possibilities of it happening for you. because that's where the real power lies. And when you decide that I'm going to have the focus and I'm just start imagining that this goal that I've set, even though it may be late in the year, that it is possible for me, is when you set yourself up for success. And when those, like I said, I imagine the hard times coming, because I imagine when you imagine the possibilities of the success, it also set me for the hard times that I knew that were going to come. That's what really set me up for that win. I want to go into my third key strategy is that G. Because not only now that we focused, not only that we imagine the possibilities, it's time to go for it. Because like I said, time is of the essence. And if you want to succeed this, and if you want to fight to your finish, it's going to demand that you go for it. Because I found myself, like I told you, I'm trying to write a book here. I want to finish. I want to get this thing done before the end of the year. And I realized that if I want to get it done, I'm going to have to go for it. Right? I mean, it sounds simple, but maybe you've been hesitant like I have been. Maybe you found yourself thinking, oh, I'll just push off into next year. Maybe you found yourself, somebody told you couldn't do it, right? Or maybe you're thinking it's too hard, but it's time to just go for it. That's the benefit of this tiny time schedule. I like to think about it as a fourth quarter situation, right? The game is on the line, and what are you going to do? Are you going to show up? Are you going to let fear win? Or are you just going to go for it? Because the worst thing that can happen is that you learned, right? That's the worst thing that can happen is that you learn. But if you don't go for it, you'll never know. And that's our third key framework. And I want you to ask yourself, what are ways I can go for it today? Whether it be research, whether it be looking to see what needs to be done, maybe gathering the materials that you're going to need to achieve this goal. And then when I go to my fourth framework, yes, now that we focus, now that we imagine the possibilities, now that we've decided we're going to go for it, it's time to, I say this is the hardest key. This is the hardest key for me. It's time to ask for help. Because I know I would be so much further in this year if I not only got over my ego, but I started to ask for help. Because I know you know somebody that possibly has been exactly where you want to be, or has not only gotten to the level that you want to be at, but you may have been afraid to ask. Like I have been. I've been afraid to ask. Like, I don't want to bother them. I don't know what to ask exactly. But I do know you need help. Because I know I need help. I believe we all need help. And I believe we can all be further towards our goals, further towards our dreams, if you're willing to ask for help. Because you can only go so far alone. But I can tell you that the dream that you have inside of you is so big that it'll benefit everybody else. The goal that you have will benefit every single person around you. So it's okay to ask for help. Because just the very thing that you have could be the very thing that they need. And they will be so thankful to have the opportunity to help you. So now that we've focused on that one thing, now that we've imagined the possibilities, now we were willing to go for it, now we need to ask for help. I want you to ask for help, because I found this for me to being the hardest thing, because I realized that maybe they won't understand me, but I need to ask for help. Maybe I don't know what to do, or how to ask for help. Because a lot of the dreams that somebody has the same dream as you. Somebody has the same goal. You've seen the people that are successful. They have programs, they have webinars, they have information. Ask for help. Because the quickest way to get there is not by learning from your own mistakes, but by learning from theirs. So our friends, now that we are fighting, we've decided to fight, we're going to focus on that goal. We've imagined the possibilities. And now that we're going for it and we've asked for help, it's simply time to take action. It's time to take action, team. I mean, when it comes down to the fight, you can have the focus, you can imagine the possibilities, and you can be willing to go for it. You can ask for help, but it's until you take action, nothing happens. So I want you to ask yourself today, is today going to be the day that I take action? Because today can be the very day that everything changes if you're willing to take action. And I want you to know this. I understand that you're like, man, I'm coming from a place where I don't know where to start. Start small, but it's time to go. It's just go time, team. If you want to finish strong, if you want to fight to your finish, it's going to demand you take action today. Now, I wish I could tell you what that is for you, but I do know this. That's probably something you're very uncomfortable to do. And I believe you at this point, it may have been something you've been avoiding, but now it's time to go. It's maybe something you've been avoiding, and now it's time to ask for help. It's maybe something you're avoiding, but now it's time to imagine the possibilities. It's maybe something you're avoiding, but it's time to focus. And not only is it time to focus here, it's time to fight. All right, here, friends, I hope this gave you some value. Because when it comes to finishing strong, it's going to demand you fight. It's going to demand you have focus. It's going to demand that you imagine the possibilities. It's going to demand that you go for it, that you ask for help. But at the end of the day, it demands that you take action. Hey, this is Sam. I am super thankful for you. I hope this has given you some value. If you'd like to connect with me, click the link in the bio or just simply reach out to me. I am here for you, and my goal and mission is to serve. I'm super thankful for you. Whether you listen for a minute, a second, please follow me on Instagram at Real Success with Sam and connect with me on all other social standards. That's exactly where I'm at. You can find me at Real Success with Sam on TikTok, Instagram, and man, we are everywhere you want to be here, friends, and even on X. I guess it used to be Twitter. But hey, friends, I'm super thankful for you. Make this the day that you not only focus, that you not only imagine the possibilities, that you not only go for it, but make it the day you ask for help, that you take action. Take care and realize that you can have everything that you want in life if you're willing to go for it. All right, here, friends, super thankful for you. Take care and have an amazing rest of the day.